that. Put it down in AP's thing if anybody actually wants to watch that mess. That is my desktop. And as normal, the situation, or the session, I should say, starts off with a TV somewhere in the wasteland clicking on and an advertisement playing. A panoramic view of the Stone Mountain region is displayed on the screen with lush forests and the mass fusion energy plant towering in the background. Welcome to the future of energy. Welcome to mass fusion. Scenes of bustling workers and engineers collaborating inside a high-tech facility passes by the camera. At Mass Fusion, we're not just powering homes and cities. We're illuminating the path to a brighter tomorrow. So cuts to a security room briefing showing various guards reviewing monitors. And rest assured, our state-of-the-art security protocols ensure that the safety of our personnel and facilities against any threat, foreign or domestic. At Mass Fusion, security is our top priority. The scene returns to show a diverse worker group in various roles. Engineers adjusting power conduits, technicians monitoring energy levels, and scientists conducting various experiments in goggles. Join our team of visionaries and innovators as we harness the limitless potential of fusion technology. Whether you're an experienced professional or a fresh graduate, Mass Fusion offers rewarding careers in a dynamic, emergent environment. Cuts to a diverse group of employees smiling and working together on a seemingly endless task loop. Build your future with us, where your skill meets limitless opportunities. Apply today and be a part of shaping the future of energy. Final scene shows the Mass Fusion logo with contact information and an address to send your resume. Mass Fusion, powering progress. And as usual, screen cuts off, fades to black, and we fade back to the location you are at now. Back to the players. So, I'm going to unpause here in a second. You guys have just, in your timeline back here, you just finished looting a bunch of corpses of toasters that they had inexplicably in places you don't want to mention to Spotlight Society. What do you do now?
I think first and foremost we do an ammo check.
I have all of it.
I know you have all. I'm trying to get what we have.
That's probably more prudent.
Because there's people that do only shooting and they've used quite a bit of ammo.
Yeah.
About half of what I started with, partner.
Well, you have a laser gun, so it's a little bit different.
They still use ammo.
Not really.
I'm gonna go lean against this box and sit on the floor. He didn't count bullets.
I have one.
Okay. I'm going to lend Miss Grace my pipe pistol and the 1038 rounds that I've got. So I don't know if you want to just exit onto her sheet or what you want to do with that. Actually, I'll toss it on her sheet because I think I can do that. Maybe not.
Well, I've still got 12 shots.
Good.
And, it might not feel like it, but all my limbs are attached.
It looks like you're attached. You just look like you're bleeding profusely, though. I know what it feels like. Mr. Rumsey, how you doing?
Well, I got hit with a couple blasts of radiation. I think everything's still here, though. Kind of a little hungry. Definitely could use some time to just de-radiate. You gotta piss out the poison, really. And, maybe just take a little time to take a siesta. You might not know what that is. It's a thing that we have back home, you see. It's where you take a nap in the middle of the day.
Yes.
How are you doing, young man? Has anyone asked you?
I'm doing better. I've been better.
I've been a lot better. I nearly died.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Uh,
Why are you chuckling?
because we just had near-death experience.
Okay. Seems like a weird time to be chuckling.
Adrenaline's still kicking in. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Gosh, I wonder what that must feel like.
I got no retort to that. I'll be honest.
It's just that, my adrenal systems haven't worked in about 20 years. Kind of blew them out back before I started my award-winning book series among the super mutants.
I had something completely different about something you blew out, but that's something that's
My knee?
no. Don't
My
worry about
liver? A tire?
it. Nah, don't worry about it.
Someone else's brains? You're being
sort
a
of.
real weird guy. I gotta tell you, I'm really reconsidering our compact alliance here. Yes, we all have some sort of control thing in our brains, maybe. I'm still not super clear on that, but I don't mean to be impolite, but you're kind of a weird guy, Caleb O. Jackson.
I don't remember how to rotate my token.
You go.
What the hell
to
does
press
what the
shift
hell does
and mouse
rotating
wheel.
a token mean?
How do I do it?
Go over to your thing, press shift, and then, or well, I guess you click your token, shift, and mouse wheel back and forth.
That's what I was missing.
Yep.
I'm just gonna.
I don't understand what any of these people are saying.
Sometimes your brain doesn't work. You have to manually in your head tell yourself to turn. As if you're pressing buttons on a keyboard. Oh, we were going to try to fix up the robot, weren't we?
Well,
Or do we want to wait till we clear this place out?
if we fix it, nothing says it's not going to run off and get beat to shit again, and that's we don't got any parts for it. I think we could get it to run once. I don't know about twice.
Well, I guess the one question is, would it be just automated, has a set task that it goes immediately does, or does it work kind of like our friend here, the Mr. Ranch Handy?
Well, partner, I'd suggest we clear out this facility first. It's not likely they'll cause any trouble, but it might be best to make sure everything's safe before we do anything.
One thing I'd like to interject before you guys go any further in this moment. If you're not full on your hunger bar, you can eat things that will knock you up a level, but it will also give you a chance to heal in some food items.
Sorry, what does that mean, knock me up a level? That sounded diabolical.
You will go from peckish to sated to full. Some things take you more than one step up, like certain waters will fill you back.
Is that bad?
No,
it sounds
just,
like
there's
it's a good
cap.
thing.
If you're full, you can't eat anymore. If you're full and you eat, you don't get any bonuses from it. You don't get any. You just waste your food.
Like Ozempic. I gotcha.
So, like, a peckish person could eat something that gives them 5 HP, and they get the 5 HP plus the other bonuses.
I'm gonna say, what food do I have that's irradiated? Because that'd be good for me.
Yeah, it wouldn't automatically give it to you because
but
it's
you
a
would damage die.
Once it does the damage dice, you just add it to your HP.
I've got some rad roach meat. Is that irradiated? It sounds irradiated.
Red roach meat.
I mean, sometimes when I eat it, I feel a little tingly good. So,
all right. Do you want me to fix it up, or you just like it raw and wriggling?
Oh, that's gross.
I'm sorry, young lady. I've not always been on the post-human necrosis train or whatever we're calling it, but that was incredibly rude. This is cuisine for them. This is what they need to survive. That's like back in the 2000s when people would say eating bugs is weird. People have been doing it for the entirety of human history. How dare you turn up your nose at a good meal? That's all these privileged vault dwellers. That's all I'm saying, everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, that's why she turned up her nose. She's a privileged.
I don't want to get into it.
All right.
I do prefer to eat it cooked.
All right.
He thinks it's gross too.
Now, are you
I
thinking...
mean, I've certainly eaten it raw before, but I do prefer it cooked.
Right. Are you thinking grilled, sautéed, baked, boiled? We could steam it?
Do you have what you need to do most of those?
I thought you had the thing to do that. I thought you had the cooking platform. Am I wrong?
I mean, I made you a pot.
I think we
That
just.
you can do a ton of stuff with the pot.
I thought we just put together a bunch of sticks and made it happen. But I guess no. Yeah, we needed the junk, didn't we?
Yeah, I used some common materials to make a cooking. Was it a pot or a pan?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Mechanically, it's just a fireplace. Because
In lore, it was a pan.
yeah, in the lower
I made him a cooking pan, and then we used
Listen,
some
I learned
stuff
how to do some crazy stuff with a chuck wagon master, okay? It was in my time out west.
You know,
Midwest.
if we take the time, we take a bit of a breather, maybe we'll feel a little better and be ready to do that all again.
I don't have any breading. I used the last of it when I used my instant mashed potatoes to bread the last grilled rad roach, but, you know, we could do a little fry here.
I can. You can create a cooking station with one common material and about. Well, I won't even track the time. It doesn't give a time. It just says that's what it takes. It lasts 8 hours, so which is not going to be a problem here. I don't think.
I start cooking mutt chops for me and rad roach meat for my guy.
Okay.
But I do it
Oh.
by Legend of Zelda Tears for the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild style, where I'm shaking the pot and like just constantly jiggling it into the air so it's not actually ever cooking. It's never in contact with the heating surface. And the whole time I'm making noise, just like bing.
Unfortunately, I did
that
put it on the
comment.
table here, but I don't think you have enough meat for the official version of it.
Right.
Cooked.
Yes, I know. I definitely don't have enough meat to turn rad roach meat into grilled rad roach. I just want to make it clear that I'm making some effort to make this rad roach meat eatable.
It's warm red roach meat.
Not less appealing than someone that would fail this type of thing.
I would say, couldn't you just stick it under the jets of Mr. Handybot?
Okay,
Look,
I don't
we
backseat
got-
all of you when you're doing your specialty stuff, but all of a sudden, you're a celebrity chef and everyone thinks they know. You people would eat a Hot Pocket that fell on the floor after coming out of a microwave. Okay?
How'd you know?
Because I've looked at you. We live in the Fallout universe.
Indeed. Wouldn't
Well,
you?
No!
Okay.
well, I appreciate you, Jordan.
All right, I want to eat these mutt chops. I don't know how bad it is for me, but I'm pretty desperate for health.
Well, you
I'm
iron
going to eat my
stomach,
rad
so it
roach
should
meat.
be-
Cool, I got 2 bing bangs on my... Is that good? Is that bad?
Let me see.
We rolled a die.
It rolls a
Is that
die
the
if
radiation
it's-
die?
Yeah.
And that's the rad die?
Well, it rolls to see if you take rads first.
I
I got a bunch of health back.
got 2
I believe
whatever, 2
it's-
explosions. Is that 2 rads?
No, hold on. It's been a while since we've had. Obviously, most folks don't care because it doesn't hurt them, and they were always at full health, so I didn't have to really worry about it as much because they were very careful with their rads. Where is it at? Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but
Well, apparently we're
I
not.
want to be extra. I want to be extra uncareful with my
I know that's why I'm
rats.
trying to make sure because did it roll a face?
It rolled a double explosion.
Did it? If it rolls an effect, you survive. You suffer a radiation damage.
So only faces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for because it's stuck in the
wanna
beginning of
spin a luck to
consumables,
reroll
and it's
it?
really small to remember. What's that?
I was making a joke, so you want to spend a luck to reroll it?
No, you can't. That's just,
Speaking of which, do we get our luck back?
not yet. You're still in the middle of the scene. If you leave
That's a
here
shame.
and go somewhere else, if you take a long rest here, If you take the night to sleep in the
I'm not falling
dangerous
for
place.
that.
Yeah, I don't want
a
to.
long rest and suddenly
I
we're
mean,
in a
that-
radiation
that-
pool.
I mean, I'll
that
be
door
fine
at the
if I
end of the
sleep
hall
down
only
here.
slams when you get near it. I mean, you stay away from it, you won't hear it at all.
I'm gonna turn to Grace and say, I just heard someone say we're still in a scene, so does that make you a scene girl? That's a joke only people from the early 2000s are gonna get. I apologize.
Uh,
Wow.
Joke's on you. Her vault was specifically seeing people.
Considering the vaults were made in like the 50s and 60s, this sounds like a time paradox situation.
Was it the 50s? I thought it was like a little like I
The
checked
overall Fallout
It's-
setting is like a alternate 40s and 50s that somehow jumped 100 years into its own future at the same time. It's weird.
Okay.
The
that's what I
aesthetics are
thought.
weird.
Yeah, it has like the 40s and 50s looks, but then it says that the bombs didn't drop until the 70s, but the 70s were the 40s and 50s because the timeline was screwed up.
Yeah, they diverged around the time of the microprocessor. That never happened. It's still tech. It's still somehow based on tubes.
so now that I've eaten my expertly cooked red roach meat,
I
Mhm.
can
would-
see your face. You don't agree that it was expertly cooked.
no, it was
I can
good.
tell. It wasn't radioactive enough for you, and you know what? I'm writing that down right here in my journal that you prefer more radiation. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's a pretty rare request from my clients, but I'll do what I can to accommodate you. I can't make any promises.
I appreciate your consideration. I really do.
Do you need to boil it in like irradiated water to get more radiation, or do
I'm
you
going to be
saute it and-
straightforward with you, young man. Here's the thing. I would prefer that you don't eat me, so making sure that your hunger is sated is good for all of us, including you.
I'm gonna go check out that supply closet. Oh,
See, the hesitation in response says that he was thinking about it.
no.
He
I'm not-
wouldn't eat us.
I mean, everybody gets hungry, okay?
I
I don't
wasn't.
blame him.
I promise I wasn't thinking about eating you.
Just
I'll be back. Unless anybody's coming with me.
Okay.
Well, how long are we spending eating? Because I want to know what the. Let's see if.
And-
Yeah. How long does it take for us to heat sound?
But how long it takes to put in your mouth?
Do I have to like cook the mac and cheese? That's all I have.
Nope. Your mac and cheese on your sheet is not the right mac and cheese. I'm not sure if you added that to
Okie
your note,
dokie.
but let me
I have no idea.
get you a better item in your inventory for that. Some of the icons are all jacked up because they added their own version of this once they got permission to actually put their items in this game.
But I'm asking, or does it take an hour to for them to cook and eat?
Nope.
So I can.
It's basically hand wavy him on that
perception.
because he's not truly doing anything that has.
I'm asking because it takes me an hour to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm poking around in the supply room. I'm
Okay.
looking for anything that looks like pump parts or tools or.
All right. So what I'm going to need you to do is give me a second. I didn't think about that. Let me get you. Let's see what the scale. If this is a small room, this is a industrial, agricultural. We'll go industrial. Let's
I
go.
don't recall what it takes to assist. That's the thing I'd like to
Nothing
do.
yet because I'm creating the location he's in because it's not a planned location of things in it, so I'm going to randomize it. Okay, so I'm considering the supply room a room basically, and it's a industrial building. So let's see. Payers have to do. Okay, so the players have to pass a difficulty 1, typically perception plus survival, to roll for the minimum loot categories I'm going to list for you here. AP can be used to roll for loot up to a maximum each category. Current minimum numbers is armor 1, clothing 1, beverage 1, and junk 3. That's what just the test by itself will get you. If you want to spend AP on it, you could get armor up to a 2, clothing up to a 2, beverage up to a 2, chems to a 1, oddities to a 1, and junk up to a 4. But unfortunately, you have to spend that AP before you roll. And right now, you.
I say we don't have AP.
That's true. We don't have AP, so
It's
I'll
like
just roll
just
survival.
suddenly, as on the walls around here, I could just start rallying. It's like, yeah, we're going to find that stuff. You're going to do a great job. You got the eyes. I got the motivational.
Yeah, you open that box.
Peer inside.
Sorry, what skill is tied to looking for this stuff?
In this case, perception plus survival.
Okay, well, I'm actually pretty good at survival, guys. If you want me to just take maybe a little look around.
You're a very perceptive man.
I'm a very survival man.
Me too.
I'm just going to go ahead and take a little peek here real quick. That seems like it was bad. My apologies. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just go back to pretending that I know how to cook. How could I mess up rad roach meat? I mean, it's literally just raw radiation in the form of a giant roach.
Unfortunately, Mr. Jordan does not find anything in the room.
Can I try to help, or is that like too many tries?
No, everybody can try once. It's
think
just
if
one
we-
success. Once any of you get a success, the room is picked through.
I got 2 successes.
And there you go. Now you can bank that
Okey-doke.
success when we're done here, or you can use it for another item on this list. So, you could add an armor, a clothing, or a beverage. All right, no, sorry, let me start over. An armor, a clothing, a beverage, chem, or oddity can be added to this list. You want to use the AP for that purpose.
And what are we getting right now?
You're getting 1 armor, 1 clothing, 1 beverage, and 3 junk. Minimum.
I would say preferably we look for chems.
But if you don't use it, you can put it in the party AP pool.
I'm okay with tossing that into chems.
Into chems? Alright.
So we'll add 1 chem to that list.
Yeah,
All right.
radiation is becoming a problem.
So,
Plus, if we get something we don't want to use, it's probably going to be worth more caps.
Indeed. Just need to get to the point where I can sell the chems, because I do have some on my person that I don't need.
alrighty. So, as you're digging around, you find a right armor leg. It basically looks like leather that someone has put a lot of doodly bobs on. It's functionally it's sturdy raider armor right leg. You find underneath it a folded up pair of casual clothing. On top of a shelf, you find a bottle of perfectly preserved, purified water. One of the crates in the room has 28 total toasters inside, aka junk.
Yeah.
And you find a bottle of Radex, unopened. How fortuitous! I did not squish this. That's legitly what it rolled up.
Well, that. Yeah,
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put them 28 toasters in my inventory.
I'll hold on to the left. I'm trying to find the sheets that has all the items and stuff to plop into me.
Um,
Oh, did I find it? I think I found it. Never mind. It wasn't showing up immediately. Okay.
yeah, I guess I'll take a look at
The casual clothing.
I'll glance over at Caleb, who's in here with me. Are you wearing right leg armor?
I am not wearing right leg armor. I have left leg and arm. My right side is.
I'll take that armor off the shelf and I'll look at you and say, "You seem to be a guy who enjoys getting hit," and I'll toss it towards you.
I don't enjoy it, but it is
unfortunate thing. That you do.
Happenstance of the job, yes.
Yeah.
Is this, you said it was leather armor or is it raider armor?
Sturdy
Raider.
Raider armor. Right leg.
Okay. Right leg.
Mhm.
Now I'm only going to get hit in the right arm.
If you're so lucky.
I guess I'll grab up the rest of that and bring it back to the rest of the group.
And it said Rad X. Was it diluted or not?
Nope, normal. It's a original bottle.
And then we had purified water.
Mm-hmm. One bottle
Wait,
of purified
perfect.
water.
Well, perfectly preserved water.
Mm-hmm. Still in the original bottle. Factory sealed. Got the little plastic thing still stuck to it. Rare.
So I'm gonna bring the water, the casual clothes, and the Rad-X back to the group, and
Oh, okay. Did you put them on your sheet then?
I've got a notepad open.
Oh, okay.
I'm-
I was
I'm
just
not
plopping
gonna hit
them
the
over on
weight
sheet
limit.
while I got it, but
Wee. Wee.
alternatively, you
watching
could
you
just
move.
click on your sheet and just press the arrow buttons to move you.
Yeah, but this is fun.
That's more fun. You guys, there's no walls in the way. It's rare for you
Um,
guys.
So what are these casual clothing?
It's just that's the tag for it. It's just casual clothing.
It's just close.
Give me
all
a
right.
second. And I'll pull up the official statement, but
Wearing casual clothes allow you to re-roll a single d20 on one strength or agility-based skill test you make each scene, as clothing is easy to move in.
there you go. That's the one. Simple, lightweight, and easy to move around in. Pre-war casual clothing was intended for leisure and light activity. Casual clothing can be reinforced with ballistic weave. It's part of the. That's a mod.
All right, so I'm gonna look at Grace. You're wearing your vault suit, yeah?
I am.
I'm gonna hand you the casual clothing and say, there are some people who are gonna see that you're from a vault, and they're not gonna be fair to you. So if you put these on, if they're not fair to you, it'll be for different reasons.
I guess I could wear them during leisurely activities.
Yeah,
All right. You want me to put
Like-
casual clothing in
like-
Grace's inventory?
like
That's
leisurely trying to fix a water pump. Yeah,
Sure.
awesome.
I've placed an item of casual clothing in her inventory for her to see.
Thank you.
We've also got this this preserved water, and we got a bottle of Rad-X.
Wasn't Caleb like really radiated?
I
Oh, I got
mean,
two. Rad X is resistance, not.
Unfortunately.
Now it could come in handy if or when we run into the ghouls again.
I mean, I would still. You've been radiated more than anybody, I think.
Technically
mean-
speaking, I would say Mr. Rumsey's been radiated more.
I got irradiated a bunch of times, but I've got a lead belly. That's what they call it.
well,
See, back in my day, what you would do is you would hang an onion from your belt, but then people would try to punch you in the stomach to get your onions. So you had a plate made of lead that you'd put over your belly. And it turned out people who had the sort of muscle strength to wear a plate on their belly all day, well, they tended to just have stronger stomachs than other men. So we called them lead bellies.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's just a term we used at the time. So it's before everybody here's time, except maybe the robot. He could be pretty old. Oh, and the ghoul. I'm sorry, mister. How old are you?
I'm old enough.
I mean, are you older than me or are you younger than me? I'm not asking for an exact age if you're going to be cagey about it. I just need to know, the relative level of respect for elders that's being handed around here.
I'm Unless you're gonna super surprise me, I'm pretty certain I'm quite a bit older than you.
All right. I'm probably not going to surprise you. When it comes to Jordan Rumsey's Celebrity Chef, what you see is what you get. In
Fair
fact,
enough.
you can read all about my life story in magazines that I've hidden across Atlanta
I hope we
called,
find one.
called My Time Among the Super Mutants, volumes 1 through 26.
I'll keep an eye out. So we got this bottle of Rad-X. Yeah, Grace. Rad-X is before you're gonna get radiation. Rad-Away is after you get it.
Okay.
Not
But we
to
got
be confused with the degeneration of it.
we've got this. I don't need it. I don't know who wants to have it.
We can give it to Mr. Rumsey.
Sound good to me.
Okay.
Is anybody low on water?
According to my character sheet, I am.
That just says I'm dehydrated.
Yeah, it says I'm dehydrated as well.
Wait,
Or if
well,
that's from the radiation.
I mean, how much water you got in your packs?
None?
Apparently none.
Oh shit.
That's
I
fine.
have a pure. Oh, no, I have none now.
Well, here's one bottle. The three of you can decide which one of you gets to have it.
I guess what's the effect of being dehydrated other than having a headache?
Dehydration. Thanks for asking. It's in the staying alive category. Thirst. Strenuous activity, the heart condition can speed its process. Every 8 hours you spend dehydrated, you gain 1 fatigue.
Okay, we're fine.
When you
Yeah,
have
that's what they
fatigue,
call
it's
it.
harder to generate action points and you lose health points. Whenever you gain action points, you reduce the amount you would gain by 1 for each point of fatigue you have to a minimum of 0. Whenever you begin a scene with fatigue, you lose 1 HP for every 2 fatigue you have. This is not reduced by any source of reduction. But you do remove 1 fatigue at the end of any non-combat scene if you're free from all sources of fatigue, such as eating and drinking.
Interesting.
If you sleep for 6 hours or more, you will remove all your fatigue as long as you had no other sources of fatigue other than sleep deprivation. So you still got to get topped up.
You still got to drink. Yeah. Well, here's a bottle. The three of you can figure out who gets it.
I can hold off for now. If we want to figure out how the situation, because first we want to get the water running, so we can get the source of water going, so we can figure out that problem later, or find more beverages if possible.
Which one of you's got? Somebody take this water from me.
I will hold on to the water, I guess.
So
Okay.
somebody just drink the goddamn water.
It's like apparently I'm the only one who still has water, so I don't want to take the water we just found.
I will put it onto my sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of, I'm going to drink one of my waters.
How much water do you have, sir?
More than one.
Fair enough. I have drugs. I don't know why I have drugs, but I have drugs.
I also have drugs.
You have
I
drugs
don't
because you were supposed
understand.
to
Why
sell
are you
them.
bragging about having drugs?
Because they're worth a lot, actually. If
Yeah.
I could get to sell them.
You were supposed to sell
I
them. That
guess.
was your job.
You know,
I
back
couldn't
in
sell
my
them
day,
because
we
the
had
Kim lady
something
wasn't
called
there.
Dare.
Oh no.
You just pulled a dare on me, didn't you?
Yep.
Can't believe this. This is madness.
If we're good, we should. If we're ready, we should head on down to the pump room.
I'm good.
Yeah, good to you.
I'll go with the flow. It's said if you can't groove to this, then you're better off dead.
So there's a couple options we can do.
All right.
I think if I recall correctly, to the north, there was sounds of more ghouls. To the east, there were sounds of something that we might not want to mess with.
Yeah, we don't need to go in this room.
You mean the one that
The-
makes the loud sound every time you're near it?
The pump we need to
This
fix is down here around the corner.
Yeah.
That one?
So like I said, I think if I remember correctly, there was ghouls down that direction, from what we could tell from here.
I mean, I probably summoned them all into that clusterfuck, but I can go check.
Okay, I'll hide in the supply closet and wait for a signal to where I could go in to combat the glowing one.
All right. I'll be back.
Okay, I'll shut that door. Can I leave the open so I can see? Just say it if you're likely to shut.
Well, honestly, if the other guy's dead, they're probably not going to come running down the hallway to eat you too. They're not that. They're not that. This group is obviously not that smart. Because otherwise, they'd already be down the hall if there's more.
Damn, I wish the lights worked down here.
So, right there, give me a perception plus survival. Sounds fine. Keep going.
Cool.
Sounds fine. Keep going.
I've only got 1 luck left, so I'm not spending it on that.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey, you like your new threads? I'm not there.
All right. That door
Shit.
is another of the same type of doors that's all through the facility, and a plaque on the wall literally says intake control.
Was that way not anything?
I'll reach out and see if the door opens.
It does. Click it.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Hello, fellow ghouls. Yeah, I don't say anything. I'm just gonna enjoy my being a ghoul thing.
yep,
So yeah, I'm gonna look for.
they're not moving yet, but you're in combat territory if they get pissed off. Just to let you know.
Yeah. I'm totally screwed if I piss them off.
Alright.
Oh, hey, look.
Could you chill out by the glowing ones? That way you can heal up for it.
Oh my god, that's actually a good idea. Is this lit up?
Yes, it is. It's like flickering, like there's something wrong with it, but it is lit up.
Does it look like any of them are looking at me?
No, they're just standing around. Most of the machine is pretty loud around you, like these 3 stacks looking things, the circles in the center of the room. Those are giant filter pumps, so they're constantly humming. One of them's not, but the other 2 are.
All right, I'll hit the restart button and then step away from it in case it makes any noise.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me create the ambience for what has just occurred. It's been a while since I did this. I'm going to play with it a little bit. Animation speedies go up. That's as high as it goes? Okay, whatever. Okay, so as soon as you do, light starts going off. Noise in the room stops. Everything goes silent. You hear beeping. Not you. The others. They're still back in the front room, if they're still there. They hear
Oh, I
beeping
am not.
from the console down the hall.
I don't know. I thought everybody left, so I left because I got scared.
That's fine. That's just where you hear the beeping. You sending your ghoul out like this was not originally designed into this encounter system, so it's tactically funny as hell to me that it's happening. But unfortunately, there is a two-pronged problem here. He has hit the reset. You don't really know that he's done it, but it did get quiet in this facility. Before, there was an unnaturally long and never-ending hum of these big propellers, and now they're off.
Oh, that sounds concerning.
And then there's a
All right,
beeping coming from the direction back to that room.
Oh, like we can hear the beeping coming from the direction.
It's that quiet.
Okay.
So when now that it's got its strobe going and everything, do the ghouls seem to give a shit about this development?
No, they're starting to walk this way.
Oh, I'm
Because
okay
they're
with
hearing
that.
the beeping too.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. It seems like Caleb had a thought and he's prepared. So
And then everybody joined in.
yeah, and I mean, I walked into the room and nothing was glowing, so that at least there's no glowing one in here.
That is the main concern of us.
So yeah, I'll walk back up to the panel now that I've restarted it.
If you hug the ghouls, will they
It's
start
not
irradiating you with their
fully.
touch?
It's when you hit restart, the light turned on, and the pump stopped, but they're not started yet. It's still saying resetting on the screen. It's like it's waiting for something.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just rebooting. I'll walk around the rest of the room and look for shit that looks broken.
Oh, in that case, there's nothing. I'm kidding. There's
What's that?
something. It's a very large room that's probably never been searched because who would come in here and mess with the ghouls when they were perfectly fine before?
Yeah, right?
All right, roll me a perception plus survival. Difficulty 2.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We don't have any party AP.
Oh, you got it's all good. Oh, so you got one.
Unfortunately, it's
No.
not
You got
enough.
luck.
Shit.
He's only got one left, and he's in a room full of ghouls. Does he want to push it? Real good.
Listen, your survival is the only thing in the lines here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at stuff. If I fail this roll, it's not like I'm going to be like, hey guys, I didn't fight a thing. Kill me now.
You literally don't lose anything because if you didn't find it, it's not yours to lose. But think of all you could find.
Yeah, but if I spend my last point of luck, then if I need to make a clutch repair roll, then I'm totally fucked.
Or just any 20.
Do I have anything I can use for this?
I think technically you can give him an AP, so that way you can reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right?
Well,
Yeah.
AP doesn't give you rerolls.
Oh, okay. I
It's
don't know
only
what AP. No, I think
But I can't spend. I can't give you an AP to do anything about this roll.
Nope. You have to use luck to reroll it.
Well, then I guess I fail. I need that last point of luck. I don't want you guys to die because I ran out of luck.
Okay.
I'm looking for broken stuff.
Everything looks...
Walking around the room.
Well, as far as you know, everything looks fine. There's no obviously like broken holes or anything like that. Most of this equipment's in pretty good shape considering. Mostly it's probably because it's down here underneath where all the real damage happened, and whoever these ghouls were in their past life, they've been down here long enough to basically be permanent guard dogs.
All right. Well, I'm going to stare at this thing and give it a couple of minutes to reboot.
Time seems to just drag on as it's just caught the screen that what little of when it flickers, it just has the words restarting, and then it had like the 3 dots. Restarting, 3 dots.
Well, I'm just saying I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for this. I'm transitioning to the group.
Yep. So the people in the group and in the halls can hear occasional beep from the control room, and even down the halls it's ringing through them, and the plapping
Okay,
of
guy.
feet.
I think after about a minute or two, I'll go. I need to shut myself in.
Here you go.
I'll go because beeping means something, and if it's been going for so long, then something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should we go with?
As soon as you walk into a room, the beepings come from that console.
Excellent. Hopefully, I can read.
I never learned.
I hope
to
I'm
read.
literate. I didn't spend 4 skill points for literacy.
Right. On the screen, it's literally master reset. Yes, no. There's a cursor.
All right, I'm.
Just hit yes. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'll hit yes.
All right. Beeping
Why'd you
stops.
say all right like that?
I'm waiting for me to accidentally be the one to have to make the repair roll.
Beeping stops. For the guy in the room, all 3 of these things go off now. They're making a terribly loud racket now, so the ghouls start to wander back towards where they were before. Just making room for you to get out the door, basically.
Oh, so we went from 2 rickety ass loud things to 3 rickety ass loud things.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Yep. And the lights in the place don't get any better because they're not any there. They're all, most of the ones that aren't on are busted. But that new loud sounds, besides the door trying to be knocked in, come from this direction over here as well. Like this area here now sounds like water's flowing through it as well. Like pouring of
Well, hopefully
water
whatever
and
got
suction.
washed in there is now either drowning or is now pleasantly living there. Okay. There's nothing I need to do on my console?
It just goes through that, it goes through the schematics again of the location, the name of the place, and then, if you don't touch it for a few seconds, it just defaults back to the welcome to, the water reclamation plant number 16 or something
Does
like
it
that.
go to the old Windows Maze screensaver?
No, they would just, they're
Okay.
dummy terminals, so they'd always just stay at the screen they're set to.
Okay.
Pipes was great.
Yeah, everything in the Fallout universe is pretty much all dummy terminals. Even though they all make them act like dummy terminals, yet they pretend like they're all independent computers. It's weird. Again,
Yeah.
vacuum tubes.
What does my screen say?
As yours thing says, it just goes blank for a minute or two after it stops saying reset. Light stops as I delete the object. Boop. These turn up, and then the screen just goes blank. Like there's just no need for the screen now.
No status display of any kind.
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's running now.
Mm-hmm.
I just sort of shrug, and I'm going to start to head back towards the main room.
Yep.
The room with the main terminal in it.
And you see these guys are no longer headed any direction anymore. They're just kind of milling about the room now. Happy with life.
They've made it back to their comfortable, loud place.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And this robot that's in this room, the handy bot, he was the one that was meant to maintain everything, right?
He was the one that
He
the
was
guy
the-
said TikTok sent to fix it.
Okay.
He was supposed to help them around town, but he also programmed it to come here, or told it to. He wasn't clear on that. The guy doesn't know
Okay.
much about robots himself, so he was just kind of.
How heavy is this thing?
I don't know off the top of my head. Let me look that up.
While I'm casually walking down this other hallway.
Let's give a rough estimate.
Michael's curious.
Let's see. They're guesstimated around 500 pounds.
I can do double my weight without having major problems.
That's a guesstimation because they're people as far as every in-game system is concerned. They're just a person.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit! I think I found something. I've stopped moving. I don't know if I should be making any rolls.
No,
What do you
not
do?
yet. You're
All
good.
right, okay.
Let me
I'm
click on you so I
curious.
can see what you see. Yeah.
Out of
Oh.
Yeah, that's a room.
Yeah, yes, room is certainly a word we could use.
Just give me 1 second. I just gotta do a thing. It's no big deal. Not
I have
really.
concerns.
It's not a huge problem for me, but for you it could be.
I mean, I'm cautiously walking around. I'm not.
I see. You're doing great.
While
You're doing great.
while you're planning on Mr. Michael's demise, I just got one
It's not a
question about.
plan. I'm doing some things. It's fine.
Yeah. Was there enough material around to maybe make a sled to drag this thing?
If you wanted to leave the place and come back in, yeah, you could definitely find another car door.
Okay.
You know, it'd take you some time to pull one off. It's probably easier to fix the thing.
I'm just
What do
thinking
we
of
need to
options here.
fix it?
Science and possibly a handy tool or some other object like that. It's probably, I mean, as far as I know, that's all I had the last group do.
I got stuff. I got a multi-tool.
You got stuff. You do have stuff. One of the stuff is a friend coming to say hi to you. It is your turn first, no matter what. But his surprise round is him screaming and coming running towards you.
Towards me, but I'm a fellow ghoul.
You're not one of his ghouls.
Why?
Where are you?
But what? He could tell that I'm not just. What if I'm joining his pack?
You discuss that with him.
God damn
He's
it.
about to come talk to you about it.
This is your time. This is your
2,
designated meeting
3,
time.
4, 5,
Your interview process.
So he comes running towards you, gets about there, and does the scream. And then that's when combat rounds start. And you're up first.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
Okay.
So it's pretty obvious that he hasn't noticed something behind me. He's decided that I get to die.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He seems to be a little territorial. Just a little.
He knows you betrayed another one of them.
Yeah, he's probably just very territorial. I don't know. How would I know what he chooses to do? He doesn't even have a mind. He just does.
I can't see in the room, so I don't know what it looks like.
It looks great. It's just a little death and dismemberment.
All right. What is my movement? Where is my movement?
Your body. Or endurance, in your case. Endurance. You can move that
Endurance
many
is how far I
squares
can go.
or twice as many on a, what do you call it, dash?
So I can spend my if I spend my whole turn moving, I can do my endurance twice.
Yeah, let me double check that. Make sure I'm right. It's been a while. Actions, there we go. Minor actions such as move, or you can do the major action of sprint, which would be double. Yep, so basically your minor action, you have 2 minors and 2 majors on your turn you can take. So one of your minors could be move, one of your majors could be sprint. And so that would make you move double your movement. And then you still have a minor, which is kind of like dropping items, picking up stuff, aiming if you wanted to aim. And you could still shoot with a pistol.
We
had
know
that
that's
wrong
gonna
the whole
do diddly shit.
Yeah, you can take.
Cool.
You can't use on the minor action side, you can't use 2 movement actions. So that's why one is a minor, one's a major. So that way they separate that out. So you can't just make 4 movements.
There's one, and that's two.
Okay.
Did we by chance hear the scream through the hallways?
Yes.
Okay.
It not loud because the machinery in this room up here that he came from is super duper loud and shakes even the ground under your feet at first, but it is audible as a light scream coming down the hall.
Okay.
The eeriest way it's possible. Like, you know someone screamed somewhere and you have no idea where. And yet there's only one way it could have come, straight ahead of you.
Probably fine.
Like a cave with someone screamed the back end of it just to scare the bejesus out of you.
All right, well that's my turn in initiative. I ran. I mean, I guess I'll pull my gun out, but you know, I don't have line of sight, and my guns don't hurt it anyways.
Well, you could shoot his buddies, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not worried about his buddies.
Well, death by 1,000 paper cuts.
No, his buddies aren't going to get the chance to hurt me. He's just going to absolutely wreck me.
I don't know what's going on, so I don't know how screwed you are at the moment.
We'll see.
On
Are
a
they
scale of
touching you?
1 to 10, how in danger are you?
10.
Oh.
That's pretty clear.
Are you
Now
in your
look,
private?
let me just ask real quick. I haven't said anything in a little while. I'm hanging out with our robot friend because he has a light. I don't know where the hell anyone is right now. I'm just hanging with the robot, so...
That was my current situation. Nobody really said where.
It's okay.
Panda
Don't worry.
We're just
and I
hanging
said we
out.
were going back to the
Well,
machine.
nobody said they needed help. Is the thing. Like,
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll be requesting help momentarily.
It is now your turn
Sounds
again.
like
The sound of flapping feet are numerous behind you.
Okay. What kind of action is it to try to stealth? Is that a major action?
That'd be a major because you're taking it some sort of roll.
So I could move, sprint, and then try to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to. One.
I like the idea you come around that corner at a sprint, just literally just baseball sliding around the corner.
And then just falls over, plays dead.
And
Well, don't say that.
I
said
don't
plays
remember.
dead.
Did you guys
Oh,
broke that?
I thought you said
or no,
falls dead.
the ghouls earlier broke that door.
Yeah, I go around the. I step around the corner. I look at the others.
All
It's
two
like-
of them.
You're just like, turn the lights off and be really quiet. Turn the lights off and be really quiet. And I'd like to try to stealth. See if maybe when they run around the corner, they run towards the loud noises instead.
Can the robot turn off his light?
Technically, I'm not one to turn it
I
off,
have the
but
lamp.
He can
so
say he
yeah,
can,
I could.
he,
It's a lamp, so yes, it can be turned on and off.
yeah, he can just say he wants it. It just functions.
Though I do
as
glow,
difficult.
so that's.
He is.
I thought you were just glowing still.
Oh, I have a lamp, but I also do glow when I move. But I can
I mean,
shut
they can,
myself off to fall to the floor.
let's say they can also like step around the corner here.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You can just step back. So, to stimulate this and move it along, because that would be like 2 turns before they got there, I'm going to move him to where he hasn't quite seen you guys yet. And I want to know what everyone's doing. We got Michael that is hiding or stealthing. What is Jordan and Ranch Hand Bucky doing?
He's got the light, so I'm gonna move with him.
Okay.
We're
I
both kind of melee guys, so...
I told you guys to go dark, go quiet. I don't know what that means for the two of you, but maybe you could go in here and close the door. That door still exists.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I pull down my Sam Fisher my fishing goggles, and I whisper to Ranch Handy Buck, and I say, "Going dark."
The puns are good. Puns are
Now, before you trick us into going in here and closing the door, didn't we see that there were ghouls in there before?
No,
In
that's to the
here?
right.
Oh, this is empty.
Okay.
good. Yep. This room is
All
where
right.
you
I
failed
mean, I
at
guess
searching
we're just
earlier.
going down in here.
So-
Just a couple of normal guys.
Okay, perfect.
And
So,
I've turned my lamp off.
so you got 2 successes on your sneak. They're behind a door, so I'm going to say you cover them. So he's going to roll to see if he literally sniffs you out. Because that's about the only way he'd see you right now. So he's got a mind of 5. He's got a skill of 3 for random GM bullshittery. Him and his pack do not see you. In fact,
Yes.
he is convinced that you are no longer there, and him and his pack of goons, so to speak, you hear/see them because he's glowing off in the distance as they walk up around this corner and disappear in that area. As you guys hold deep breaths, they are gone.
I see him do I see the glowing one go around this corner towards the
Mhm.
pumps?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the last you see of him. He's the last one to go around. The others are dashing forward, excited to get to the sounds, and then it's just all you hear is the distant hum of large machinery and a lot of water flowing from the door next to you. Good dodge. Good dodge.
I'm gonna give it a minute. Make sure they're gonna, that they're congregating in the pump room and it's not a temporary.
Mm.
At
When I
that,
don't, after
at
like
that point, can Grace and I reconvene with the others?
Yeah, you can make it back to them at that point.
Okay.
It's pretty much just a large
I'll
pump
see-
facility now, as far as you can hear.
I'll see the lights coming down the hall and I'll reach over and open the door.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Shh, 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 shh.
Oh, sorry. Hey guys, what's going on?
They went into the pump room.
You act like I know where that is.
No, don't go down there. You'll fucking die.
Just instantly.
Go back to the main control room. We should all go back to the main control room.
Buck, what do you think's happening out there?
I opened the door and I'm whispering into you guys.
What? I thought he was talking to the other guy. Buck, what do we do?
Knowledge. We should follow him to the current location.
Oh,
Follow who? I can't see anything.
I
Follow
turned
me.
I turned my
And
light.
Buck will lead the way.
I turned
we
my
just
light
got
on in this
back from
direction.
there. I guess we'll just go back then.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long last hallway. I want you guys to know. This is getting my steps in. That's for certain.
Like in real
It
life,
reminds me of
this would
home.
be horrifying of a corridor.
That's
Like
Now you're
I
close to the
regularly
windows.
turn off my ability to see through your character token's eyes because that hallway is like wow. It's the
All right.
worst one. I don't think I have another one like that. I hope
Like,
not.
there's
Pretty rough.
there's another glowing one, and he's got an even bigger horde than the last few we've dealt with.
when you say bigger horde, like how many?
Like twice as big.
That's not a number.
Oh,
Yes.
like 12.
Okay, there you go.
I think I got that other pump on. I'm just gonna go check this panel and make sure that we might have actually fixed this place already.
Seems like it. I pressed the button.
Oh, you pressed the button? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beeping. It was red. Why wouldn't I press it?
I just thought the panel there was just taking a long time to reboot.
Yeah, it looks like it says all systems nominal. Water output at 85% and holding. Blockage detected in pump room. Not pump room, output flow.
Oh.
But it's still working at 85%. It doesn't, it's not red.
All right. Well, it's working. They got water. They don't have all the water they could be getting, but they got water.
We can fix that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of
it's-
fixing,
I mean, we got that pump running on the input. That door that shit kept slamming against is the output room.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there's something in there lowering output by 15%.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that sounds like a later problem.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get paid for 85% and finding this guy here, then yeah, maybe we can negotiate them paying us to upgrade their system.
No,
Highly possible.
their request was to get water flow running. If at 85% should be sufficient for the needs.
Now, preferably, we get this guy fixed up so that way he can meander with us on the way. I mean, I could load him in my inventory and solo walk all the way there, but I don't think you guys want to wait for me to get there.
Well, I mean, if this is already running, then hopefully that fulfills his programming and he'll just leave. Go back
Okay.
to helping them in other ways like they're supposed to. Here, I'm trying to remember. Grace, you said you're a mechanic?
I have repaired stuff before.
Well, we could probably work together and get this thing running.
Well, I haven't repaired a robot, but I can try.
You want to assist me and we'll see if we can get this running?
I will assist. Do I roll repair for assist?
Yes. It is a repair.
Do you have luck?
That's
I do have luck. Can I re-roll a 20?
Yes.
Yeah, please. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Now I gotta check my widget here. Reduce the difficulty of repair tests by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even need it.
Definitely didn't need it.
Well, that goes into AP though.
You can bank 2 AP.
Wait, so we needed 4 successes to fix this thing?
Mm-hmm. Because somebody already
Jeez.
tinkered with it earlier and made it worse.
Oh, okay. Well, we're good. We fixed it. We're awesome.
So it takes a few seconds. You hear like a couple tink tinks, couple like electrical sparks happen because you're not 100% Robco certified technician. So of course there's some parts that are not 100% touching properly, so to say. Time is also a factor. It's in a wet environment, etc., etc. But then you hear the pilot light sound of some like a fire going, and then the fire underneath it kind of rattles it, almost knocks it over, and then it pops up in the air like it's never had a problem. It just the arms unfold from this chassis, the eyes pop up, and it turns around and goes, "Oh, oh, so sorry. I seem to have lost some time. Can I help you, sirs?"
It's all good. You came here to get some water flow, right?
Indeed. Mr. TikTok said get the water running and return, you piece of junk. Haha. I haven't found the junk yet.
Well, good news is the water's running.
Oh. I'm amazing. I've only been here for unknown amount of time and I've already fixed the problem. Haha.
You know where he is?
He's at his home.
Where is home?
Where he is.
All right.
If,
That was a pretty good answer, I'm going to be honest.
So, if since the water's running, that you're gonna go back to him and his home, right?
No. I was assigned to help the mayor with any mechanical needs until I was recovered. Or I believe he said, if those idiots broke you again. Joke's on him. They didn't. Someone else did.
Who broke you?
The stinky ones.
The world broke him. Like it's broken all of us.
Okay, so where is Mr. Was it Fix It home?
TikTok's
where's
home
his home?
is where he's at. I don't have a better description. He woke me up at the mayor's office.
That's
Well,
that's
if
useful, but understandable.
if you're supposed to be going back to the mayor, then seems like you're done here. Guess it's time to go back to see the mayor.
Indeed. Is there anything else you need before I go? I'm supposed to, by obligation of Robco Programming, not totally ignore people I don't care about. Because people are
Observation.
people.
We were requested to confirm your function, and is there some possible confirmation you could give us to confirm your continued function to the people of the settlement?
Yes, I can.
Wow, he speaks robot. So good at it.
Processing. I am A-OK. And it starts.
Is that just okay or okay with the AY?
That is A-O-K-A-Y.
Okay, so there's more than A-okay.
Starts
Alright,
floating out. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
It'd be. I want to really badly put a horde of ghouls on the other side of the door when it opens the door, but I'm not going to do it.
I worked hard to ditch those ghouls, all right?
I really want to do it, though, so bad. Really bad.
Bad,
You know,
DM.
if you just want
Bad.
to kill us, just give me the gun. I'll do it myself.
Right?
Just give me a moment. I'll suck start my pipe pistol.
Let me just
Wow.
break my hands
Gross.
off.
So yeah, I plan to follow it out and go back to town because
Okay.
fuck.
Yeah. So let me activate the Cumberland map. Get you back to the map screen. Once everybody transfers over. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wonder if Mr. TikTok was in the pile of dead bodies you found.
Eh.
Alright, I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, there's one person still loading. Gotta make sure I preload that map in the future. Oh no, wait. Does it count me? Yeah, I'm the O. A-C-E-K. Who am I missing? Interesting.
It is I
Ah,
think.
yep. For some reason
It's
you're
to be
missing.
I don't. Yeah, I just have a blank screen.
Yep.
It's probably fine.
Still loading. Okay. Here. Default back to this place. And refresh that map in a second.
Let me just.
He's not
I can
here.
also just exit out and come back in.
And it's not a huge deal. It's mostly a travel map at this point for you guys.
Yeah.
Is he on any map?
I appear to not be.
No.
So,
It
well, I
says you're
also
not
am
even
not
logged
now
in.
because I backed out.
Okay.
Yeah. I forget to preload some of these maps so that way while you're not in the map it's loading. So that way when I move you to it, you don't have to load all of it at once.
It's all good.
But anywho, for those who are able to load me into the map, this is another reason I put it on the forge for the other team. Because moving here, my internet was so bad that it would just not load maps anymore. Because they have to stream it from my desktop. And it's bad connection. So I moved over to the forge. So my internet connection was not the factor for map loading. But anywho, you guys are back on the world map. Parking lot, same emptiness. Some cars have been scavenged. There's no other handies floating around nearby, and The TikTok bot just starts headed to town, just humming a tune as it goes down the road.
Yeah, man, let's go. I'd like to be back in town.
So it takes you, I think it was like an hour or so to get here the first time. Because, you know,
I think it's because we got lost.
yeah,
We stopped at the ambulance.
and you stop at the ambulance. So I'm going to say following this guy, an hour. Just a minute. It's about 4:15. You guys make it back. So I don't officially have a map for this area because I never expected players to come back once they were here once, so I never make a map for it. But you do make it back. Second?
But we want to get paid.
Exactly. So town's not changed. You know, it's got the mayor just kind of loitering near the front of the town just to watch who's coming in. Couple places are open, couple places are not. Let me look at the characters, see if the merchants are actually open now or not, because one of them was glitching last time.
The Kim one wasn't open,
now-
which is the one I really needed to sell
Yeah,
stuff.
she was.
Now,
glitching
something
out.
that you mentioned after the last time we played was to remind you that because we took on all of those fights without doing like a significant rest, that we were going to level up.
Ah, yes. Well, let's get to that after I check this. Let me just check this first. Add the table. Roll the table. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to have to rebuild that whole entire merchant because she is just busted. Okay, so yeah, the Kim station's still closed. For some reason, the Kim table random stuff isn't rolling. But
I
yes.
slam my fist against the Kim door. Go, damn it.
Your fist goes through it. It's just a curtain. It's just nobody and no Kims inside.
It's wet, rotten particle board.
It's just a curtain. She just keeps out the wind. It's just nobody in there. And no goods. Yes, let me see your sheets. Level 2. Yeah, you guys definitely should get a level here. So, as for leveling, everyone gets one up on their max HP, which as soon as you raise your level from 2 to 3, it will do that automatically on the sheets. Where did it go? Advancement. Alright, so your max HP goes up by +1, which again, once you roll the number from 2 to 3 on your sheet, it'll do for you. You can choose one skill to increase by 1 rank up to a maximum of 6. And you gain a single perk that you meet its requirements, including level and other requirements.
I require Scrapper on my sheet.
And what I'll do to keep you from getting even worse in fatigue and whatnot, I'm going to pause the game. You can still make changes to your sheets, you just won't be able to move tokens.
I don't think it upped my health by 1 stage.
It did mine.
Theoretically should be at 12 out of 12 max HP. Was 2 radiation? I think I don't know.
If you have radiation, it lowers your max.
Because I was at 11 before, at level 2. Check it. No.
Where's my Kim's random? I don't have a Kim's random. Interesting.
Yeah, no, I guess that's right. I don't know why that. Okay.
Let me put that into private GM rolling.
Because I was at 11 at 1.
Okay, so that
So
did
be at 12
do
at
something.
2. And then, yeah, okay. Never mind, I guess it checks out.
Alright, why can't she use that table?
I'm going to up my endurance by 1, though. That's what I'm going to do.
Sounds like a good idea.
I've got a plan. It involves getting dummy thick.
The good plan.
good, bad. It's just a play.
So now there's running water here, huh?
Yeah, technically.
Are they charging for this running water, or is there like a spigot I can stick my face on?
Give me 1 second. Get you there.
Oh,
Wow,
sorry,
what a
I'm-
normal question to ask.
Well, you
Very
can,
normal.
if you want, you can sate your thirst, but you cannot collect dirty water without a container, which is a item that you'll need to sacrifice.
I'm not worried about drinking the dirty water. I just want to make sure that I can drink water. I do have my one empty bottle from the purified water I drank earlier.
Unfortunately, the system doesn't do that. Like, you don't
Okay.
create empties. It just destroys the item. But, as long as you've got common material, no, it would be uncommon because this isn't modern. This wasn't U.S., which we went to plastic. They're still doing bottles for everything. They have
Okay.
bottles, or they have plastic, but they don't use it the same way we do here.
Well, I guess
Hmm.
after I guess we're going to go to the sheriff's wife to collect our caps, and then I can start scrapping junk.
Yeah, both of us together.
That's true. We can get all them uncommon materials we need.
Okay, so this table's just not rolling. Weird. That's something I'll have to dig into. Yes. Does anybody remember how many caps she was giving?
1,000.
1,000 caps.
It was, I think, 150.
Okay.
I believe it was 150.
So it's 1,000 divided
With
by
50
150 times. Okay.
And then we'll put 'em
150
in a-
with, I think, some extra for getting the robot back.
Yes, there was an extra for that. Okay.
1,000 would be extra for that.
Thousands.
We're not at level 10 yet, where you start getting thousands.
Joking.
Yeah, my note says 100 caps to get the water back online.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was 150 with getting the robot back.
Okay. So she definitely pays out for the two jobs. Like, she is very ecstatically paying out because you guys. She's basically like, we haven't had running water for days, and once you have running water back, you really get addicted to having it, even if it can't be drank. It's just like, my poor. And she mentioned some sort of plant that she has in her house that she was growing. It's looking terrible because it couldn't get watered. The sheet just wasn't.
So we each get 30 caps.
Yes, if that's how you want to split it, you can split it that way.
Sounds good.
We all took that same gratuitous risk.
Hey, I don't.
Michael's making no arguments.
Yep. I just don't dictate how you do party loot.
Well, it was the job that we all split doing together, so that'd be it.
Mm-hmm.
And we did expend a lot of ammo during it.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, I think I missed
Sorry,
it. Was
how
it-
much are we getting to split?
30 each.
We're each getting 30.
And did we get any of this water from them? Because I'd like to just, get in there and just get some water,
Smart man.
I've got Buck and I've got to make some bottles for everyone so you can bottle some of this water.
Cool.
any
I'd
of
love to
the
get some purified
merchants-
water on my sheet as well, We should be thinking beyond just our immediate needs.
Do
Right.
any of the merchants have just water or bottles?
For free? Because we can just make them.
I guess that's also true.
Yeah, I'm dealing with a broken.
Yeah, we've
merchant
got
for
plenty
some
of toasters here. You can always build a bottle out of a toaster. That's what I always said in volume 2 of my premier book/magazine travelogue. My time among the super mutants.
Just
I really want to
slap,
find one of those magazines.
just
You never
slap,
know.
slap my bag with 85 toasters in it.
You'd be surprised. You can find them in crazy places. See, the thing is, people pick them up, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go take a shit with this. It looks like pretty good paper." And then they're in the middle of shitting, and then they get shot, and then it just sits there next to a skeleton.
What?
That's
I consider it environmental storytelling, honestly. You never know when these things are gonna pop up. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
right.
You always have to appreciate. We call them the Bethesdas. It's just guys who are always dying while reading the book. I don't know where the term comes from. Other authors like me have noticed the phenomenon as well.
It's the table that's busted, it's not the person.
I am going to go try to purchase the boxing gloves for my
Okay.
brevity.
Are you trying to barter, or are you just going to buy them straight up?
I'll attempt to barter.
All right.
I have that ability to do so.
You do. You certainly
I'm gonna
do.
watch you barter because you told me to do it earlier.
Prepare to see me fail.
Let's see.
I'm going to
Barter.
and we get a skill up for when we level, right?
Yep.
Yes, you get a +1 to any
Toss
skill
that
that's not already at
arms.
6.
Which that sounds impossible at this juncture, but
Hmm.
and I'm going to have my fancy clothes and my hat, so that way I can reroll if need be.
All right. So you rolled,
I'm going to reroll one. There we go, 3 successes.
and you are successful. So let me.
I don't know what
choose.
that gives me.
So that's
Alright,
what, 2 successes over his. So that takes it down to 110 instead of the original 130%.
Jeez. Okay.
Man's gotta feed himself, you know?
Well, that's
Well,
just
it's Alpine Sanford, and it's a woman holding a grease gun, pointing very threateningly at you. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so it goes from 12 caps to 10.
Oh, I used the wrong person's stats, but you still got that many over them. So let me readjust this guy back to normal. Yep, I haven't adjusted Alpine's yet. I adjusted the wrong person. Settings. Alright. Update. Her settings have been updated, so you should get the different front crisis now.
Okay, so I got 11 caps for it. I'll purchase it.
All right, so 10 minutes for salvage, and it's 4:20 in the afternoon. How long?
Nice.
So, Buck, how long do you want to
here's-
spend scrapping?
I have no limits. I don't need to sleep, but I'll take half of yours. So
Okay.
This feels familiar.
All right, so I'll give you 45 junk, and I'm just gonna start mashing these rolls out. I'm probably gonna spend the next couple of hours working on this before I go to sleep.
Now, I'm not going to make you roll for each one.
But there's a button, and it should automatically do it for us.
Oh, you do
Yeah, like-
have the button,
like-
don't you?
Like if I click the salvage junk button, salvaging. Oh, and there's a slider. I can just do 40 of 40 for the next 6 hours and 40 minutes.
I wonder if it
So it'll
will
be like 11.
auto advance the time or not. I've never had a player use it. Let me unpause.
Let's
and
find
click
out.
it.
Wow.
So much dice.
It did not advance the clock. which
Alright.
means that
It does say right here though how long it took you.
yeah, 6 hours 40 minutes.
Okay.
So Buck can also do that.
Is the tomahawk in a different book?
The tomahawk. Yeah, I think
It's
it's
not in the main book. That's the reason why I'm asking. I'm trying to shop
so
for
much shit.
Mr. Rumsey.
We're rich. We're rich.
It
You know
looks
what?
like it's just a upgrade to the tire iron as far as just straight damage.
The
But
sun,
the machete has piercing 1.
the sun has set. We're still working on this workbench. We're at like the 6 hour 40 mark, and I think Michael looks over at you and says, "You know what, Buck? I think we're friends."
Mr. Rumsey,
I like
would
to
you
think
prefer,
so too, partner.
Mr.
I'm gonna
Rumsey,
get-
would you prefer a machete or a sword?
Nope, tomahawk's a throw-in weapon from on page 119 of the original book.
What's the
Oh, okay.
functional difference between the two if you were to rate them in
s-
sort of mechanical terms?
So both have piercing 1. Exception of machete has 3 damage die, sword has 4. The sword also has parry, which I don't know what that does.
It kind of sounds like one of them's a lot better than the other.
Yes, well, one's machete is 27 caps, the sword is 55.
Here's parry. When an enemy attempts a melee attack against you, you may spend 1 AP to add your defense. Add +1 to your defense.
I'll tell you what. Plenty of humans have gotten by using machete for just about everything in their daily lives. Why, I heard tell that even in the 20th and 21st century, people in Jamaica are expected to go around even in urban centers with machetes because they're so useful at just about everything. You gotta clear out some jungle, you can, do some of that, you can use it as a hammer, you can use it as sort of a thing to push stuff away. I don't want to take up all the money here. Here, take some of my caps. What'd you say, 27? Let's make one of those machetes. Plus, you can use a machete for cooking. How many people have you seen using a sword to chop carrots? 0? Machete? Perfect for it.
You
That
could be the
wide
first.
blade.
I didn't mean to put you in that heavy consideration.
I'm still fighting
I'm
this.
saying machete. There's nothing to consider.
Okay. All right, I'll get the machete, and then you can get me.
I'm just
if you
gonna
want-
stand like directly over your shoulder and watch you while you do it the whole time. I was thinking I
so-
might offer some commentary. I have no experience in this field.
So I technically could move over to sell items to this lady for the chems, but I'm gonna say probably not, since she doesn't have a need for them.
No. If you try to sell her cams, I'm gonna make you take them back and then take your money from you.
I figure so. I was just mainly
Why is
saying,
this not
could
working?
should I hold on to these 45 rounds? Do you think, people?
Do you want to use a 45 at some point?
We haven't found one.
That doesn't answer my
I want to
question.
use gun.
Then,
I don't have a lot of points in gun.
I mean, I do. I also don't have a 45, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I've got the bullets. I just don't have the gun for bullets, so it's not useful at the moment.
And until you leave this scene, she will keep having to not have to rebarter with her. Because that's a lot of
So,
bartering.
Mr. Rumsey, see if I can. It's not going to let me just transfer this machete I purchased from me to you.
there's merchants. Family merchants.
Can I get a machete on my character sheet?
Yep, just give me 1 second.
Yep, and I'm trying to rush you.
It's
Okay,
I'm not
everything's so
actually saying that
expensive.
to you. I'm saying it over this guy's shoulder while looking at him. I just want to make sure that he knows.
Okay, I'll take. If you want, I'll go halvesy with you, and I'll take.
Machete.
14 caps from you.
I mean, if you feel like that's okay, I'm willing to pay the full price myself.
Machete
Okay.
is on your sheet.
I'll take the full
I
price.
hand over 27 bottle caps, and then I start waving my machete around like a lunatic.
Yeah, you got to chest the swing. You got to swoosh. You got to go swoosh at the same time.
Oh, I was thinking that I would do some like cool sword fighting stuff where like I pivot my foot while I'm slashing so that I can increase my swing strength by like 0.5% more, which would be just enough to break through people's guards. They'll never see it coming.
Excellent. Now I got.
I
that
heard
super
about an
upgrade.
expert samurai that's a sort of like a swordsman from far, far to the west of here who, like, every time he was going to attack, he would take an extra half of a step. Now, normally you'd think a guy who's in the middle of finishing a step is super vulnerable to any sort of behavior that might knock him down, but actually it seemed to work pretty well from him in the story, so I was thinking of learning to fight like that guy.
Okay.
All right, I go start practicing Hiten Mitsurugi style in the corner.
Yeah, ta 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 ta.
I was trying to figure out if it was a Rurouni Kitchen.
It was a Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay.
That's the secret to Kenshin's strength, is that he takes an extra half step before he attacks.
Yep.
Hey,
I think it's supposed to be a reference to boxers that, lean in and fall on their opponents in the process. I'd go ask that guy, but he's in prison. The guy who made Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes, because he.
So, did you find someone to sell your chems to?
What? I'm not selling chems. Oh, you're talking to him. Sorry.
Yeah.
The person I sell the chems to, their sheet is not working at the last time I checked.
Yeah, it's not working for some reason. I'm trying to
So
still
it's
figure
delayed.
that
It's
out.
delayed until next session at least.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I
I'm trying
don't
to
want to
figure
stop
out-
here
I
because
will-
of that, but I don't know what is going on.
I
with this
mean,
table.
I
It's
got
not
other
working.
stuff. I got other stuff to do.
I will gladly sell your chems when we get to the point we can.
Yeah, because I got some chems here I'm probably not gonna use.
I've got Day Tripper, which I think buffs strength. Oh no, it buffs reduced difficulty of charisma and luck test by 1, and then +1 difficulty to strength tests. So I could.
No.
Wait, what does duration of lasting mean? How long does that last?
You're talking about
I'm
on
wondering
consumable
if it's
or chems?
Yeah, a chem.
Okay, those are going to be on the chem side. Let me get to that. That's beverages. Chems. Okay. Chem duration. Chems with a duration of brief lasts 1 round. If the character has an armor upgrade or chem made by a chemist character, then this is doubled for up to 2 rounds, etc. Chems with a duration of lasting lasts until the end of the scene instead of the end of the current scene.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to sell these.
Yeah, so if something with brief is literally you're going to get the effect right now, and at the end of your turn it's over, whatever the effect is. Anything else lasts for an entire scene at minimum.
Hello,
Interesting.
weapons merchant. How hideously expensive is everything? Yes,
the answer is yes. Is there something you would like?
Yep.
I can afford nothing. That's cool.
Need
There's
some
also-
help over here, guy?
I was also thinking I'm probably going to try to buy something to help protect myself since I got bopped so hard upside the head.
I'm gonna grab flares. That sounds like a great idea.
Listen, I've got some spare caps, Mr. Post-Necrotic, if you need a little bit of hand, Mike.
Is there something I can do to earn those caps from you?
I mean, you probably... Listen, I don't really know what went on with you, but I'm pretty certain you may have saved our lives, like, twice. So, no, you don't owe me anything. I feel like I owe you, honestly. You're really... for someone who is technically an apex predator who feeds on my species, you've been really cool, so...
What a compliment.
I'd take it. It seems good.
Yeah, let me.
Look,
But-
I apologize. You know, back in my day, when I was younger, we were just kind of straightforward about this kind of stuff with the ghouls of my generation. But you know, nowadays people are really PC. That's what we call it. You know, when people get all like they're typing on their personal computers, like Reddit.
Well, let me ask you this: Are you wearing what are you wearing?
Versace.
Okay, that feels really, you know.
What are we?
I'm wearing
800 or
tough
900
clothing because I'm
number?
a tough guy.
Oh,
You know, you can see my golf shorts and my handy dandy khaki vest and my Hawaiian shirt underneath.
There we go.
well, if you
Now, don't be confused. I know it seems like they might be really flimsy. They're pretty tough. This stuff is quilted and padded.
Oh,
Wow.
Were you?
all right.
I guess my question is, were you looking at something for the wear and protection, or are you looking for weapons?
Well, I was going to replace my tough clothing so that I could put ballistic weave in something because you can't ballistic weave the tough clothing.
I see.
So
Would you just like?
I can afford to buy myself some clothes, and then believe you me, Buck and I have got all the parts we need for me to juice up anybody who wants to have their stuff juiced up.
Well, actually, speaking of that, because I was looking at it, do we have any crafting benches?
In this area, there is only a weapons crafting bench.
Okay, that's still good. We can still cause some chaos with that.
And I have got the weapons merchant, or the chems merchant, working.
Sorry, why are we trying to cause chaos? That sounds absolutely insane.
Positive
Oh.
chaos. The chaos that causes problems for enemies.
right.
Excellent. I would like to
Uh,
barter with the Ken's merchant.
Yeah, please do, Caleb.
All right,
It's
let me
open.
There's
see.
no armor bench, so I can't make ballistic weave.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Um,
Can you lead line my knuckle? Mine.
she will
You
roll
web-
first.
No.
Do you have blacksmith 1?
That's next level.
She has one success.
She has 1 success, so I need to get at least something.
At least two.
Let me, hold on. I gotta find
Crush it. Destroy it.
my barter. Do I technically both have my 2 rerolls for this, or?
You get whatever you have for your outfit.
Okay, because I have a hat and clothes.
So you matched.
I did not crush it. Okay, that's got 1.
So
We're
no,
at fair
no
terms.
change. She's amused and she's chats up with you for a while, but she does not change her prices.
Dang. Okay, well I can't sell to her. That's the only other problem. So she's
Yeah.
half working.
you can't sell to her?
There's no
Yeah.
cell tab.
Yeah, hold on a second. That she's supposed to buy stuff from you. That is just a problem with me rebuilding her sheet on the fly.
Nah, it's all good.
To purchase only. Bloop. There you go.
Cool.
I might have you spike my knuckles if you're able to do that.
I have armorer and gun nut.
Okay.
Well, mods of that
now,
nature
if it
have to be
doesn't,
found or created as well. They're actually items that get added. That's the problem.
I
with
see.
them.
So I
Melee.
gotta
What does
find-
melee takes for knuckles? What are
So
you
the-
wanting spiked?
What
weapon Like, is that the? What's
Whose
the?
boxing
Okay, yeah,
gloves
there it
and
is.
what's the
Yep,
spike
you can
on
do it. It doesn't require anything.
okay,
It
yeah,
just
sure.
requires-
I can absolutely do that.
Well, you'll have to make the actual mod. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. We got
Yeah.
plenty of bits.
It just
for
doesn't
that.
require this perk.
Yeah, that's all we need to check was make sure that we could make the roll. So yeah, if you were so the prices that I see for sell, that'd be the same as the result of his roll. It's just neutral.
What's that? No.
Not up there.
So
he,
the-
he matched her, so he doesn't piss her off, but he didn't improve his. That's
right,
that's
so the price. So the
130%
sell.
is the purchase upgrade for you to purchase, and to sell to them, they buy at 50% base, and then you barter
buy
to
at
get a better
50?
price.
They buy at 50%.
Like whatever
'Cause-
item you, by default, the
'cause I'm
system
looking
says
at-
that
Yeah, because Day Tripper's like 52 caps, and then
Because I'm looking
I'm
at my
selling for 12 caps,
yeah, it's definitely lower than 50%.
which I get. That's kind of how the game works.
Because my Comex is worth 100, but if I sold it, I'd only get 30. Is that working as intended?
What's that now?
My Comex is worth 100, and the sale price is 30. Is that working as intended?
Let me see. Oh no, she's
Sounds
backwards.
right.
There we go. Thing is I'd only see the buy items tab. I don't get to see the sell
Okay,
tab.
so
Okay.
now it's telling me that I can sell Comex for 130
Yeah. I
Okay,
got
so
50
instead of
on the
100.
Day Tripper.
Okay, so
So I'll manually
Hang on.
adjust these caps versus.
No, don't worry about it. Hold on a second. I can set it back like it was, but the problem
Well,
is
I
I
already
only
sold the caps before they were changed.
yeah, I only see it for when I get I get a little slider that I put to 130% for the buy price modifier, and the sale price modifier says 30%.
Is it instead of 50?
Yes, and that's not because of the default. That is because of your what's the word, aptitude to this region.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so the price is correct at a 100 cost item being sold for 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll
That
just
does sound correct.
since he rolled neutral, I'll just click the sell button here. He sold it. I'd get the same amount of caps anyways, so we can not drag items back and forth.
Yep.
Yep.
Um, all right. The roll you did well on, that was with.
That was with the weapon merchant.
Yep.
Do you want to try to make a roll for the armor guy?
Sure, might as well since we're here and talking about it. Son of a gun. Can I re-roll those with the clothes?
It's just,
I need to clean my broken monocle. Okay, I got one.
so he did really well. He doesn't seem to like you that much.
Okay. All right. I'm a guy, so he doesn't want to talk to a guy. I get it.
I watch this kerfuffle and I don't haggle. I just buy it listed price. I'm not with this guy. I don't know.
Us just probably a lot. Listen, pal. We just fixed your water. Without us, your water would be not good anymore. You wouldn't have it. You want to stand here, not give us anything for it.
He just kind of smiles across the counter at you and just leans over the counter and goes,
You just lost yourself a customer. Just walk out.
if you can make it through the checkpoint, you can buy whatever garbage you want to wear down south.
Oh,
And then he just leans back.
leave a 1-star review.
We already bought all the 38 ammo from her. Whew.
Yep, you did.
Everything is so expensive.
I've got tit on my purse at the moment.
You know what's not expensive? Looting.
Yeah, problem
But
is
If I could quick
as
save
soon
right
as there's
now, this man
yeah.
would be dead.
The scene is going to hyper advance into the next morning as soon as you guys are done shopping, because two of you have already spent the next 6 to 7 hours of your lives doing one task.
yeah.
That's already happened.
Yeah, the only thing I would care for is the spikes on my knuckles.
Yeah, I was
I mean,
looking
I
that up. I gotta go back to that.
I could do that in the morning.
I think it
Okay.
just
Indoor
takes
boxing
two
gloves,
common materials.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
what's-
looking at. I
what's
was
the-
trying to remember
what's
what
the
the
com-
creation
What's
was.
what's the complexity of the spikes?
Common.
I think what I saw was just +3.
Okay,
Well,
so
no, in the complexity
common.
column for the table that I'm looking at is a number from 1 to 7 plus.
yep. Call me a second.
What?
Give me a second.
It's yeah. Wait, why are those different?
I don't know.
It's two different types of tables. There's the crafting table, and then there's the actual what they do for your thing.
Complexity. There we go. It is.
It's a melee
Yada, yada.
weapon.
Keep missing. There it is. It's complexity 1.
So yeah, it's 2 common materials. it's super fucking easy, and it's going to be a repair roll.
Yep.
Which I think at least 2 of us are getting really good at. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Still needs to be made because you may waste your materials. But you
Sure,
guys
sure.
that are doing this roll are currently
We're
sitting
doing it in the
in
morning.
a pile of garbage.
Plus, it's not a necessity at the moment. It's a future case.
But
nah, don't worry about it. We got this.
all right.
Okay.
So
We know you're going to use it.
I will probably use it.
7 hours
It will be
later,
across somebody's face.
you guys are done. Everyone is getting fatigued right now.
See, at 6 hours and 40 minutes, I went, I think we're friends. And then I went to bed. And Buck stayed up because he doesn't have to sleep to do the rest of his thing.
Yeah, Buck doesn't get fatigue, so he didn't always just immediately get rid of it. But everyone else does get hungry and thirsty.
Yeah.
I went to bed, bro.
You still get hungry and thirsty.
Oh, yeah, I'll just need breakfast.
I will aid with paying for breakfast and food.
So that's
Or
what I will
supplies that
do.
we need.
As when the sheriff meets you guys in the morning, he wasn't for some reason talking to you guys when you came in. He greets all of you, lets you go. He's so happy. The water's back on. So go ahead and set your sheets to full and sated and rested.
Excellent.
Full sated, like full quenched and
Mhm.
rested. Okay, just checking.
Yep, all three. All top. You're
Excellent.
topped off. We put you up for the night. They don't even charge you for it because you did the town a huge favor. And he's like, hey, I didn't do all this for the lulz. Could I get you guys to do me one more favor? It's a small one. It's not a huge one. But
Please confirm the nature of this.
could you take
partner.
the bot back to TikTok? It's it pissed my wife off and she wants it gone.
Okay, can you give us a location of TikTok? Because we asked the bot and he said he didn't know. He just kept on saying where TikTok lives, which is not helpful, but also true.
I mean, it's technically correct. He is a robot, but I get it.
That's
It's annoying.
not the point I'm trying to make here, sir.
There was a point. Anyway, like I said, he is across the what do you call it? The road here? Yeah, the 75. So you just go over the 75, and he's like, you just go over to 75, and I'm gonna draw it freehandy. And he's like, you just go over to 75. And you go again a little bit further, and then you look south. No, wait. You go north. No, wait. Hold on a second. Let me remember. Yeah, you go north, and then you go north a little bit more, and you take a right. And if you see a giant robot driving around, it has like these giant gun arms on it. That's the place. Don't go in. Announce yourself. Because the last guy got shot at by that robot guy. We don't know if it was on purpose or it was an accident, but there you go.
I see. Well. Shut up, Siri.
I see. A drink from the
She
mid
just went,
90s.
at me. That seems a simple enough task. As such, the robot should be easily seen, so we should be able to make our presence known before we get shot for it.
I should hope so.
I'll pass this information along to our colleagues.
Appreciate it. We've assigned it to fix the entryway, which is an impossible task. So hopefully, it won't be moving and pissing my wife off again.
I see.
Well, if it thinks it's got to keep doing that, how are we going to take it with us?
Thanks for helping, guys.
It still can
just turns
stop.
and walks off. It's like, you don't know.
Yeah, because the directive was made by Mr. TikTok, and then...
Wait, how much is that guy paying us for this?
Yeah, I was going to ask that, but then he ran off now, because you asked him how to... Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's no point of not going over to bug him about payment, because we have to get the robot anyway.
Yeah, you want to take care of that while you want to leave those boxing gloves here and I'll get to work on them?
Absolutely. Right. I just lay whatever, the gloves and the knuckles.
So I guess I will make a repair roll to try to make the mod.
Mm-hmm.
See if I waste 2 common materials.
Yep. Pretty much. Well, there you go. And you get to bank that extra.
Cool. And then I need to do another repair roll to install them.
Mm-hmm. Again, just make sure you didn't break something. That one really doesn't have a skill roll to the actual adding, I don't think. It's just more about not having a critical failure. But you do it. You have now, on the item in your inventory, what you'll do, let me pull up your inventory for myself, so I'll walk you through this. You go to, well, no, I don't think you can. Let me edit item. Let me go back to the item in the equipment section. I forgot that you can't nest items like that in this VTT, so I have to do this.
Okay,
like
so
that.
crafting an item, the difficulty is equal to complexity minus my ranks in the skills. That was complexity 1 minus 5. So my 2 successes on the first roll were 2 AP.
Okay. So this
That's
is,
funny.
you gain the spiked one, is what you're putting on here?
Yeah, it's spiked on the knuckles for now.
Okay, so that's the name prefix of spiked. So you're now using a spiked boxing glove. You gain piercing 1.
The boxing gloves are not spiked.
Oh, what's spiked then?
The knuckles, which
Oh,
I
the
already added
knuckles.
the mod for.
Oh, okay. Don't really
Which
change
you can,
anything
in the
on my
mod, you
side.
just click attach and it does it automatically.
Does
The boxing gloves can get spiked or something later. They'll most
Okay.
likely get lead
and you
blind
got
whenever that
piercing
comes.
too. Oh, you
fate.
you have piercing too because you have the
The piercing strike, yes.
piercing strike thing. Yeah.
I don't want a chance not being able to get through the skin of a calloused, glowing one again.
All right.
Armor would now be the bane of me. No, I didn't say that right. I will be the bane of armor. How about that?
Okay.
Well, hopefully that Handy's owner's got an armor bench.
The boxing gloves are for sending a message. The knuckles are for getting things done.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I guess I go talk to the mayor and pick up this robot that now destroyed their door. That is also trying to fix their door.
But it's not actually door. He told him to fix the ramp into town, which is a collapsed part of the bridge that used to go over 75 to this area. So it's
Okay.
literally never going to accomplish that task because he doesn't have the ability to create concrete.
So I have to somehow convince this robot to say, hey, this is not going to happen.
I mean, you can. That's a possibility of something you could do.
Yeah. The mayor is a dum-dum, didn't realize that was an impossible task for you.
He
Let's
he
go
knew
to
it was
your-
impossible. He just wanted to get it to leave him alone.
Oh,
but
okay.
he doesn't know how to stop it without, he didn't go to the robot and go, you don't do that anymore, go follow these guys. He just left it to you to figure out.
Okay. Okay, I'll make my attempt with the robot first. If that's not happening, I'm dragging the mayor with me.
Okay.
What's the robot trying to do?
He's trying to fix a bridge that cannot be fixed.
That's it.
He's
Essentially-
pretending to be a part of the Department of Transportation.
Let's go talk to him then.
Okay, I could go do that.
All right. So yeah, it's at the front of the town, back with the entrance way up from that up ramp that's been created out of trash. He's there trying to move concrete blocks that are too big for him to move. He's just kind of shoving stuff around. He's got a really cute pile of rocks right now going on to be the corner of a new bridge. Or she. It's a robot. You pick its gender by my voice is the voice of it.
I'm trying to recall what the robot name was.
He didn't give you one.
Hi, robot.
Hi, Mr. Robot. I am Caleb Bill Jackson. This is my colleague here, Grace. I have come here on the word of the mayor to help talk to you about taking you back to your initial owner, Mr.
Oh,
TikTok.
why would I do that?
Because the mayor does not wish to have you here anymore.
Does not wish. I'm not a genie. I'm a robot. It flips back to pilot up his things.
He is reassigning your tasks back to Mr. TikTok.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I barely got anything fixed. This will take forever.
He's definitely not using your skills to the proper utilization.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I did fix his house. I mean, it's now no longer looking like garbage.
Oh, good. That's nice
Did
of
we
you.
by chance pass by his house?
It's literally the mayor, the sheriff's office is also his house.
Oh, okay.
It's just the back half of it. There's
Let's say,
definitely
does it look dilapidated and
there's
more
definitely a
destroyed than it
hole
looks?
that you could see that wasn't there before.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes, that's all he needed fixed. So that's why he is actually sending you back to Mr. TikTok.
Ah. That would be prudent. There's no need for a Mr. Handy if there's nothing handy to do.
No, there's definitely not. And the crew and I who picked you up back at the water plant will be taking you that way.
Oh, excellent. I was going to have to just sit here and wait for him to show back up otherwise.
Yes.
What's your name?
What's your designation?
We had this whole conversation about its name last session.
Yeah, I thought you had time. I'm sorry.
He kind of did. Look, it scratches at his head. He didn't really give me one. He just said, "Hey, you, follow this guy." So I guess I'm, "Hey, you."
That's a nice name.
We'll shorten that down to Hale.
I am now Hale.
All right.
That's a nice name too.
Hell. Yes, I like it.
Oh,
That's fine.
Yep, locked it in.
wouldn't HALE be better? Or
I'm not a nurse handy. I am a Mr. Handy. No healing done here.
HALE?
Sorry,
it's
I
too late
can't
now.
spell that. I typed HELL into my character sheet.
Oh,
Okay, we do need to stop by the mayor's office first to discuss the particular arrangements of taking you up there.
Okay,
Nothing to do with you. It's just do a personal business transaction between my group and him.
I will await you here.
Okay.
I have been ordered to stay away. Fear of death, I was told. I'm not a killable. I'm a robot.
Yep. Oh, we'll be back shortly, so stay here.
Okay.
That was easier than I thought. We're going to
I
go.
like
bug the
him.
mayor
He's
then.
nice.
He is nice. They just don't know how to use him.
I love that. Hell. Hell the
They need
robot.
to be more literal, not metaphorical.
Yeah. Mayor's there at the place, and his wife is literally lording over him, yelling that, he's got to fix that hole.
I enter in through that hole just to be pointed.
And you see, now there's wandering hooligans coming into my living room. You have to fix this.
This hooligan here is the one that's going to be taking the robot out of your hair. Just need to discuss about the arrangements as far as payment for my crew and I.
And she puts her glasses on. She's like, "Oh, Caleb. Okay, it was Mr. Caleb. It's not one of the guys that likes to come around and pee on things, husband."
Wait, what?
Is your husband one of those guys?
You know what? Maybe you know what? Caleb?
Yes.
100 caps. Make sure that robot's gone.
Excellent.
I don't care if you break it, throw it down a hole, or give it to the hot rodders. I don't want to see it back here.
Understandable. We'll get right on that and get that out of your hair.
Stupid robot taking stuff literally.
I climb out the same hole.
You hear her teeth gritting. And then his shouting starts again.
Would have done that for 50 credits. Or caps. Credits.
Get a speeder bike while you're at it.
All right, so I return back to the crew with this information on as far as our payment and what we have to do.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
I finished working on these. I hand you the item that's
Excellent.
already in your inventory.
Yep. Or caps. Credits. These will be harder to
Get a
hide,
speeder
but
bike
they'll
while you're
be
at it.
great for punching through things that need to be punched through. All right, so I return back to
You
the
didn't
crew with this information.
Strike me as the subtle type.
Sometimes.
All right.
It depends
fair
if it's
enough.
gonna if it depends it's for a punchline.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Wow.
It literally ends with a punch, yes.
Wow.
I got
Okay,
a bunch
so
of
for 100 credits, we'll be taking the Mr. Hale. That's his name now. The robot that we picked up from the water plant. We'll be taking him back up to Mr. TikTok, who has a guard robot that's a giant quadrupedal robot that could shoot us if we don't make our presence known to it first and announce it.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be for 100 casts, which is great. Also,
Yeah.
I think it caused a marital dispute to go on right as we speak, but that's besides the point.
100 caps and maybe saving a marriage, huh?
Sure.
Saving it says.
I said maybe.
I think it's going to be a rocky road. I think I also revealed some secrets that he probably has been doing behind your
Look,
back.
I'm gonna be honest with you, young buck. All right, that marriage is rock solid. These two have clearly been having arguments for like 20 plus years. All right, you think you can break that with a robot? Forget about it. Love conquers all. All right.
Yeah, got me there.
I think she said the husband pees on things.
What?
Well, I put
all
the
right, he's
implication
fucked,
on her
man.
there.
Get him in the garage. He's a dog.
Yeah, that was me putting the implication on there.
All right. Do we have everything we need? Are we ready to head out? I'm hoping that guy has an armor bench he'll let us use.
I forgot to ask that.
You didn't think that that might be important in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I was kind of distracted by the A, figuring out the payment, and B, figuring out the...
The P. That's what you hyper concentrated on.
Well, when you just hear about random people peeing on someone's property, it's kind of
All right.
distracts you.
Listen, I'm just trying to get a handle on you, Caleb Bo Jackson. Sometimes you got me questioning.
Good.
All right, that's a super weird thing to say, but go ahead.
So essentially, all we have to do is just go pick up the robot, which he knows that he's going back to his previous owner. And what happens after that, I don't know. As long as we don't get shot, I suppose.
Let's hey, it's a fresh morning trip. We can just go grab it and go. If we might have enough time to make it back and get paid all in the same day.
So long as everything goes great. Knock on crumbling wood.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
What is the day? You slept overnight. Da-da-da-da.
It looks like we're on the 10th at. It looks to be noon now.
Yep. Yeah, you
Let's
guys
go.
have
And,
to-
I did want to make, let's see, some modifications on my weapon if as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, you could have been doing that while I was working on his knuckles.
Yeah, no, I have the time. I just wanted to do it now. Couldn't get it in earlier. But yeah, it's actually a couple of them. Adding a beta wave tuner, sharpshooter's grip, and short scope to my, let's see, laser gun.
Sounds like we're playing Call of Duty now. Taking this thing to 0 to 100 real quick.
Mhm. It's just 3 rolls, just handful. They're all difficulty 0, so it's just if I get free stuff.
Was it you have a laser gun?
Yeah, laser emitter. 1 science,
Good
2 repair. Oh, I'll actually have to get you to do the sharpshooter's grip. That takes gun nut. But yeah, it's 1 repair.
I know we just rested, but it really feels like we're kind of coming up towards the end of the night, you know?
It
Mhm.
does.
Yeah.
That's where I'm letting them run out there.
Oh, boy.
No, this is time to use your luck roll. There you go.
Yep.
Great.
Do we
think
get
we're
our
gonna-
luck back then? I guess that's also the other thing I should ask.
After this, the next session you'll start with it all back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's difficulty 0.
Yeah.
So
So we're getting close to wrap up anyway because we're just kind of the lull after a big level up type of thing. So getting restarted.
We did the shopping episode, yes.
Yep. That's one thing nice about this when I put the tables in here like this. Shopping episodes don't need be you and me both flipping through books for 3 hours. It's literally in your face what you can and can't buy.
We're also mostly broke, so that's
And you're
the other
mostly
thing.
broke. That's the point. This is the first couple levels. You're not supposed to be rich yet because you're not supposed to afford a nuke. But okay, so we're gonna pause at you guys getting ready to, when you guys are walking out. I'm gonna pause the physical game. But as you've walked up to the place where you told the robot to stay, you don't see the robot. Instead, you see the robot in a group of guys walking up 75.
dun dun.
And that's
we
where-
have to go run after it.
The camera fades.
This is why I told the thing to follow me, but then it didn't.
They said they were me. Yeah, follow me. That's what I said. It's being literal.
Yep,
It's not very smart.
No, I got it. I suffering from my own.
I didn't even come up with that. You literally just told me to do that just now.